make sure that you get back to the person that invited you, but you also get a bonus of $500 in online ad credits. Now, I'm sharing this with you. I'm telling you about this because I have the opportunity to know when it's really running low and time is running out. That's this time, right? So if you're sharing it, right, I just wanted you to know that time is running out. And if you are a guest of someone, time is really running out to take advantage of this offer. Get on it. You want to be a part of our family. Let me tell you what to expect over the next 9 days, okay? Over the next 9 days. You have a personal brand. Today, we're going to talk about all about your hero story. Day 3 is how important is branding. That's with Adrian and Tom. You don't want to miss it tomorrow. We're going to talk on day 4 about finding your future customers. We are going to be live from Vegas at our event. More details at vegas.now.site. All about building real relationships. Day 6 is where Justin's going to drive it home. You don't want to miss it. That's our special event with our founder and CEO, Justin Belababa, where he shares more info about Now AI, which is absolutely incredible. Day 7, we're going to get into, are you worth following? Day 8, becoming an influencer. Day 9, be everywhere all the time. And day 10, duplicating your success. Now, you are here at the BrandMe Bootcamp for a reason, and that's because you are dedicated to building your brand. And part of being dedicated in building your brand is being consistent and showing up day after day. No matter what is happening, you need to show up for you. So I ask you to share your commitment here in the chat, right? Yesterday, I asked if you were committed and you shared a 10. Since we have 9 days left, are you going to spend the next 9 days with me? If you are, give me a 9 here in the chat. I want to see a ton of commitment. I want to see you all succeed in this BrandMe Bootcamp. And to do that, you have to be here for all 9 days, the rest of those 9 days, whether you're watching the recording, whether you're watching me live, whether you have me in your pocket, you don't want to miss it. So make sure that you drop a 9 here in the chat, share that commitment with others and be accountable, okay? Today, we are going to discover your hero story. So if you have a little cape, now's the time to strap it on, right? You get to become the hero of the story. So we have a quick quote to share with you. And this is from Simon Sinek. It says, embrace your hero story. Let it shine through your personal brand and ignite the world with your authenticity and purpose. Okay, I had a little fun with this yesterday, so I did it again today, that's not the entire quote. Let me share the overall experience from Simon with you all to really impress upon you the value of this hero story. Your personal brand is the hero's journey you undertake in the world. It's about discovering your unique gifts, overcoming obstacles, and using your experiences to inspire and impact others. Just like every great hero, you have a story to tell, a story that showcases your strengths, resilience, and the values you stand for. Your personal brand is the emblem that represents your journey, capturing the hearts and minds of those who resonate with your message. So embrace your hero story. Let it shine through your personal brand and ignite the world with your authenticity and purpose. Drop me a hero here in the chat if you're ready to develop your hero story. Yes, awesome. I love it. Okay, so what should you expect in this lesson? Well, you're going to understand the importance of uncovering your personal brand through your hero story. You're also going to learn how to craft a compelling hero story that reflects your personal brand and resonates with your audience. You're going to gain insights into reinventing and refining your personal brand through storytelling. So if you haven't done so already, guess what time it is? It's time to run. Grab a piece of paper, grab a pen, grab the notes on your phone, get ready to be completely engaged in this lesson, okay? Everybody got it? I'm gonna keep going. Embracing authenticity. Be yourself, because your personal brand and hero story relies on your unique personality and authenticity. Your hero story is the heart of your personal brand. I want to really share with you about how important it is to be yourself. All those little quirks, all those little things that you think, oh man, that might be weird, that might be corny. That's what makes you you, and we love you for it. So I really want you to embrace being yourself throughout this and embrace being your authentic self. Connecting with your audience. Be the hero of your own journey to inspire others and connect with your audience on a deeper level. Your hero story allows your audience to resonate with your personal brand. I want you to think of a time where someone was sharing their story. And maybe they were a little bit nervous. Maybe they were getting really vulnerable and sharing that story. And you thought to yourself, well, that sounds a bit like my journey. That sounds a bit like where I've come from. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how much this person resonates with me. Your story will help you connect with your audience. Your story will have people saying, wow, I used to feel just like that too. I went through that as well. You are not alone. You are unique in your story, but here, right, your hero story allows your audience to really resonate with your personal brand and find your tribe. Okay? Let's talk about crafting your hero story. It begins with a challenge or situation you faced, how you tried to solve it and faced failure, how you ultimately succeeded, becoming that hero, and your drive to share this solution with others, thereby shaping your personal brand. I'm just going to let you guys sit with this for a second, okay? So it begins with a challenge or a situation that you faced. We're going to help you find this, all right? You don't have to have the answers right away and say, oh, I know that story right now. It's okay if you do, it's okay if you don't. You're allowed to think upon it, right? How you tried to solve it and faced failure and how you ultimately succeeded, okay? Let's begin together crafting your hero story. Everyone has a story. You don't need to be a writer or have any special talent to create your own story. All you need is authenticity and self-reflection. The truth is key. Your hero story and consequently your personal brand must be rooted in truth and honesty. Now, I do want to ask my business partner there, Adrian, if he wants to shine. I can tell by the face. I know that this is a passion for you and being authentic and really sharing who you are and being truthful and honest with yourself. So I just wanted to ask if you wanted to share here because I can read the face by now.
Yeah, thank you. You know, here's the thing. When you puff up, when you do something that is putting on some sort of a front, whether you realize it or not, number one, you don't believe it. And somehow people can perceive that in you and they don't believe it either. And so it doesn't serve you. And I want you to think about the people who the posts actually, even more than the people who you most attract to online. They're the posts where somebody really allows a side of themselves to be seen that you can identify with. And it's never because of how beautifully it casts them in the perfect light, right? Like, I don't want to see your perfect life. That just makes me not like you. I want to see I want to see how you got there, and I want to see the bumps and bruises along the way, because that's what life is. And so that might feel like weakness. I promise you it's strength.
That was amazing. Look, I know that exact feeling. I feel like that resonated with me. I do the exact same thing. I'm like, you know, a little vulnerability goes a really long way. Just to have some fun with my friend here, Adrian. You know, I like to. If you felt the same way, drop me an A here for Adrian in the chat. I think it's awesome because I do find those perfect posts where I'm like, oh, yeah, all right, of course it was perfect. But those that share that vulnerability, those that share their true authentic self, I really make that connection with. Thank you so much, Adrian, for chiming in there. Let's do it together in identifying key moments, our turning point. What was, and I need you to dig deep, okay? So what was the pivotal challenge or situation that sparked your journey towards personal growth or change? And I added a few questions here to help you kind of dive into this or dig deep into it. And that is, think of a specific challenge that sparked your personal growth. What was the situation and how did it inspire change? Is something coming to mind? I see a couple people stopping, they're writing something down. Take a few notes, okay? This is that time. Describe a significant event or realization that ignited your desire for personal change. It could be anything. Your story is not less than anyone else's. You have an amazing story. You just need to find it and share it with others. So when prompted with these questions, it's a great idea to begin to write down, take notes. The first thing that comes to your mind is awesome. Take a minute and write it down. Think of a specific challenge that sparked your personal growth. What was that situation? And how did it inspire change in you? We have a little example here as Sally, just to kind of help you pull it, bring this up for yourself. Sally is an aspiring fitness instructor who initially lacked confidence and experience in managing her fitness business. She struggled to find her footing and felt overwhelmed by the demands of effectively promoting her services. Now, this is great, right? So, an aspiring fitness instructor. There are so many of you who are aspiring to do lots of things, but I don't know about you. I felt like Sally a few times in my life where I'm like, oh no, I don't know if I'm confident enough or whatever. And here, right, you overcome that struggle. So feel free, write it down and identify those key moments. We're going to continue with the attempt and failures. How did your first attempts at overcoming this challenge result in failure or a learning experience, right? They're not failures. They're really learning experiences because you kept on going. You got back up, you brushed it off, you did one of these. You're like, okay, you know what? Maybe that first idea didn't work out, but here I am getting back up and continuing on with my journey. Okay, attempt and failure. So Sally's attempts to engage clients didn't yield the desired results. Limited experience and self-doubt hindered her success, leaving her feel discouraged. Anybody else have a learning experience here or a challenge that felt like it resulted in failure when in reality, it was really just a great learning experience that you thrived from? I love this. Karen asks here in the chat, and I'm going to share this with you all. Does it make sense to craft a few turning points to accommodate different situations? Why not, Karen? Sure. Okay, there's no wrong answer there. It's challenging at times to being vulnerable. Friends and family believe I'm too open. Sometimes, look, we're not always going to get the support that we need from others, but continue on with your journey your way. That's what I would say to that. Here, yeah. Tanya says, I was a hard seller, but with an accident, I found the health and with this challenge, with this change to referral, I'm sorry. And kind of like changing from being a hard seller. I love that. Awesome. Write it down, Kathy. You're more than welcome to write it down. Let's talk about this triumph, right? I want you to think about this triumph and write it down, like triumph, and then write it down. How did you ultimately prevail? And how did this victory shape you personally and professionally? Did you ever have something that you really thought, right? You were like, oh man, this is such a learning experience, but you come out of it thinking to yourself, well, how can I change? How can I become better? What have I learned from this? How can this help shape me? How can I become better because of it? That's your triumph. That's you winning. That's you becoming the hero. You're allowed to fail. You're allowed to get knocked down. You're allowed to have learning experiences. Those are great as long as you get back up. You get to triumph. You get to be the hero. This is the time where you give yourself one of these. Yes. Yes. How did you ultimately prevail? And how did this victory shape you personally and professionally? Thank you so much for sharing your key moments here in the chat. The key moments always seem to choke me up. I'm like, oh, wow, these are incredible. I love that you all share here. These chats are so incredibly valuable. Thank you so much. I have here's the example, realizing the need for change. Sally shifted her approach. She focused on personal growth, honed her teaching skills, and sought guidance from experienced instructors. As a result, her confidence blossomed and she witnessed remarkable progress. Awesome. Way to go, Coach Paul. I love that. This is awesome. Congratulations, Kim. This is beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing here in the chat. Way to go. And look, if you're saying, well, maybe I don't have this story like that, you have it's your story. Your story is so valuable. Be authentic, be true to yourself, and share it. Let's talk about, yes, thank you, Tanya. Look, let's talk about our mission. What is your mission today? And how is it a reflection of your personal brand and values? Thank you, Kathy. Yes, feeling fear and doing it anyway. Congratulations, Kim. What is your mission today, and how is it a reflection of your personal brand and values? This is awesome. This is taking those attempts, those failures, those things that have happened that you thought were impactful, that, oh my gosh, and taking them and turning them around and being like, I will triumph. Not only will I triumph, not only will I do that, but I will impact others' lives and help others who are maybe going through the exact same thing. Write down your mission. And how we weave it all together is really simple. I want you to come away with something tangible every time you walk away from this BrandMe Bootcamp. I want you to say, I have this. So yesterday you were proud, you held it up and you were like, this is my personal brand statement. This is my motto. Today, I want you to stand up and go, yes, I'm a part of the BrandMe Bootcamp. And because I was committed, because I came today, I now have a hero story. I want to take what you learned, write down that turning point. It's your attempt and failure, your triumph, plus your mission, and you will have your hero story. You'll have crafted it. Let's see what this looks like when it's all done together. And you take each part of it. Initially, this is from Sally's point of view, and this is how I want you to write it. I want you to walk away being the hero today. You get to be the hero. Initially, I, Sally, an aspiring fitness instructor, lacked confidence and experience in managing my fitness classes. I struggled to effectively showcase my expertise and connect with my audience. My attempts to engage clients didn't yield the desired results. Limited experience and self-doubt hindered my success, leaving me feeling discouraged. Realizing the need for a change, I embarked on a transformative journey. I focused on personal growth, honed my teaching skills, and sought guidance from experienced instructors. As a result, my confidence blossomed, and I witnessed remarkable progress. My mission today is to inspire others on their fitness paths. Do you see how, if you take this formula, I'm going to go back one actually, you take this formula and you write from your turning point to your attempt and failures, to your triumph, to your mission, you result in an incredible hero story. Take it piece by piece. Take it piece by piece. Make this your authentic story. Become the hero today. That's all I'm asking, right? You can become the hero today. There is importance of feedback. So if you have a hero story, if you are ready, please share it here in the chat. We're also going to have a post where we wrap everything up, and you'll be able to share here with others as well as your accountability partner. But you get to refine that hero story. Just like Simon said at the beginning of this presentation, embrace your hero story. Let it shine through your personal brand and ignite the world with your authenticity and purpose. I really believe I love the hero story because I believe in people, I love people, and I believe you have the power to ignite the world. And my goal for you today, as I like to share them with you, is for you to go and ignite it with your hero story today. I want you to fill in those blanks. I want you to write that down, and I want you to walk away and hold it up super proud. And I want you to say, I have a hero story now. I went to that BrandMe Bootcamp, and look at me. I have my hero story today. I want you to finish crafting your hero story in your workbook and share with your accountability partner. If you're here for the code word, or you need the code word for the day, well, it's hero. Okay, so make sure that you go to brandme.now.site. You'll find the presentation. The workbook is already there for you guys. And I'll make sure that the chat is in there. Thank you so much to everybody who's filling out that chat here today. And right, make it, we're going to get into the lengthen more, Jimmy, for sure. I will make sure to save the chat for everybody that's here as well. Look, I am going to stop sharing, and I do want to share a few things from the heart today. And that is that I really believe that having a personal brand is incredibly impactful to your career and to your journey and your business. Starting with your personal brand statement is really important. It's your compass, right? We talked about that yesterday. Having that compass, having that motto kind of shortens it up and makes you understand and guides you. Your hero story today, this is where I want you to find and dig through your hero story and find your confidence and know that you are really special. Your story matters. Your authentic self matters. And taking a few minutes today and writing down each portion, right? You write down each portion of that story, right? And weave it all together. And today, you get to come out of here and say, I am the hero of this story. You get to be the hero of this story. That's where you can find the workbooks. Look, I'm going to see if my friend Adrian wants to chime in, and maybe Elizabeth here as well before I'll let you guys go. Adrian?
I'm going to go to Elizabeth first, and then I want to back clean up. Is that all right?
Sure thing.
I think what Cheryl's talking about is probably one of the most important pieces of branding yourself. When you have really come to the point of being able to tell your story and be able to create that story, that's where other people connect with you. I remember a long time ago, a woman used to visit my neighbor. I'll make this super short. And this neighbor, and this was when my life was a mess. I mean, I came from pretty tough stuff, and people look at me today and they're like, and it's like, no, if you know where I came from, this is why this is so powerful. And this is why this is so important. And this woman that lived next door to me, her boyfriend had left her, single mom, 2-year-old kid. We're both in our late 20s. And her mother-in-law used to come over every single day and check on the baby and check on her. And one day she came over while I was there, and she started telling stories of her life before and after, with no agenda or anything else. It was through those stories that I gained the belief that my life could actually be different, that I could actually, and maybe that I was worth something, that I could actually have something better than what I had right then. As I said, my life was a complete mess back then. That's how important your story is. Your story is the heart of what you've done and who you are. And it gives people the ability to connect with you in a way that nothing else can. So as you think about these stories, think about the things that you've overcome. Mel Robbins has a coach, his name is Hank Norman. And Ray Higdon taught this to me because he learned, the same coach that Mel Robbins has, Ray Higdon has as well. And he taught me this one thing, and this changed so much for me. And I want to share it with you guys because I think this may be the key of helping you craft your own hero story and the thing that's going to help you the most. So can everybody see this? It's kind of a little awkward on the screen, but this little part of my finger right there. What he said was, we're going along in life, and something happens right here that changes the trajectory of our life. This can be everything, anything from you started a business, you decided to become a business owner because you knew that nobody was going to pay you what you could make on, with your dream, or you decided to go after your dream, you decided to leave a hard relationship, you decided to quit drinking. Any of these things is that point right there. And then it changes the trajectory of your life. The key is to gain the self-confidence to tell your story. You're just going backwards and talking to the person who hasn't hit that point yet. That's it. It's so simple because nobody can argue with your story. Nobody can argue with your experience. They can't say you're not good enough or experienced enough or successful enough or anything else. It's just going backwards. And as you keep going backwards and telling that story, telling that hero story, what you've overcome, what you've accomplished, what has made the dramatic change in your life, you're going to keep growing forward. And as you keep going back, you're going to see that distance of how far you've actually come. And the magic of this is you're going to be able to start taking people along with you because they're going to see your hero story. They're going to hear it. They're going to feel it. And it's going to ignite belief in them. And once that belief is ignited and you start doing some of the other things that we are going to teach you in this amazing boot camp, your life and business will change and you're going to change the lives of other people. Zig Ziglar said, you can have anything you want as long as you help enough other people get what they want. By using this hero story that you're formulating right now and getting that connection of what's really super important, it's going to change everything for you. And I got to tell you, I'm excited to be on the journey with you because each and every one of you deserves amazing success. And if I can help it, I'm going to help you get there. Over to you, Adrian.
Couldn't have said that any better. I'll just say this one last thing, which is that you are hardwired for story. Everyone around you is hardwired for story. And so when we present facts, what happens? People tune out. When you share your story and as you learn to share it compellingly, the way that Cheryl taught you, the way that Elizabeth just gave you this framework like this, which I can't even do, I don't even know how to do that right, like this thing, whatever that is, but that's so powerful. And so lean into that story, just exactly right. Facts tell, stories sell. So we're going to keep building on this. Great training today. Thank you so much for letting me chime in with a few words. And tomorrow we're going to tie these first 2 days together and launch into the next phase of this boot camp. I'm so excited to share with you and my crazy dad, Tom Chenault, who you're going to love.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Please give a shout out to Adrian and Elizabeth here in the chat. Make sure that you show them some love. Drop it Adrian, drop it Elizabeth here in the chat for sure. Way to share. Thank you so much. You're going to hear from Tom and Adrian tomorrow. Make sure that you do not miss it. And today, what I want you to walk away with is you are a hero. Absolutely are. And all I need you to do is tell your story and share the world. Thank you guys so much for being here. We'll see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Recording